Hello everyone and welcome to our channel. And today I'll be reading a multi-character exterior by me, so let's get into it. Child. Child was a gentle soul at heart. He loved his siblings and loved his family. He did his work at Sarita, and he was loyal to you. He adored you and loved everything about you. But it didn't mean that he couldn't be upset with you ever, or show his anger towards you, which happened eventually, as they do in a relationship, but you couldn't help but be incredibly scared of him. The way he yelled, his fast movements, the way he looked ready to blow anything off, anything in front of him, and eventually, by the way he threw the glass to the ground, shattering it, and making you tremble, because you thought that the next thing he was going to hurt you. You began to apologize frantically, telling him that you didn't mean to make him so mad. And eventually, that was enough to make him stop, going over too quickly, and his face pale. "Lion, why are you apologizing so much?" he would say, terrified that he had scared you like this, terrified of what could have happened to you when you were a child. When he tried to touch you, you flinched away, and you felt incredibly apologetic, guilty even. And as you explained to him, he kept apologizing over and over, swearing that he'll make it up to you, and that he will never, ever let you hurt again. Especially not by him. Albedo. Albedo never meant to be scared to you, but it was the way he was so powerful sometimes. The way he was ready to make the necessary sacrifices for his job. And when I told him about something and you disagreed with him, it ignited the fight. And eventually, it resorted onto him, pushing you away and telling you to quiet down because he didn't want to hear it. He was getting a headache, apparently, but he thought he was going to hurt you. So you curled up, trying to hide from him, too scared to even look up at him. And he noticed, so he just let out a sad sigh, getting down to his knees and enveloping you in his arms, stroking your hair and reassuring you that it's him, just him and no one else, that he's sorry, and that he would never ever hurt you again, no matter how many disagreements you had. Venti. Venti was not the most intimidating person, despite being an archon, and extremely powerful too. So, when he fights with you and argues, you feel the wind swelling around you, and you feel like you're going cold, as the stone wall as well. The way he looked at you, the way he marched towards you, as his voice kept getting louder and louder, you couldn't help but flinch, trying to hide yourself from him, shielding yourself. And as soon as he noticed, he quieted down, berating himself about how much he scared you and how scary he was trying to be. Then he took your hands in his, begging you to let you be with him, and promising you he'll apologize and make up for it, that he will never ever hurt you again this way. But he knew in the end, it was your choice, whether you leave or stay. Kaza. Kaza was serious when he argued, because he believed in the stuff he said so much, and that meant he could lose himself along the way. He didn't notice when he got so mad. He didn't notice when he started just being so out of line. And when he yelled at you, waving his hands around, and telling you that you have no right to tell him what not to do, you flinched. Not because of what he was saying, but because of the loudness, the anger, and the movement. He looked down, nodded quickly, and then he went completely quiet, as if all the anger had just melted away. Man, are you okay? Yes, I am. Don't worry about me. I need to go. Alright? You said, and Kaza could only watch, guilty, and regretting everything he had done. Scaramouche. Scaramouche would be angry a lot, and you've seen him, but you never thought that you would be scared of him. Not in this way, and not like this. He was yelling at you, screaming at you for telling you of doing something you shouldn't have, and you were just starting to apologize, trying to find any way that you could calm him down. But when you went to put your hand on his shoulder, he pushed you away, roughly enough that you fell to the ground. You rolled up, looking at him, and you felt like he was going to hurt you again. You felt like there was no reason he was going to stop. And quickly, you scrambled to run away, and Scaramouche could only stare in place, frozen at what he had done to you, and how scared you were, how you so easily believed he would hurt you again. And for a good reason too, because he's already done it once, and broken his promise of never ever trying to hurt you. And now, he didn't know how he would get you back, or if he deserved to have you at all. Xiao? Xiao would be a little bit hesitant to yell at you, or do anything that makes you upset. But the only thing that made him that way was talking about something that he had a lot of conviction in, something he didn't believe in, something that the two of you would clash on, and about for hours on end. Eventually, Xiao told you that there was no point talking to you, and he looked angry, and you could see this energy coming off of him, the way he was itching to use his powers to destroy something, get rid of something, as if that would make him feel better. And you just stood in place, hoping that it wouldn't be you, hoping that he wouldn't hurt you or hate you after this. You apologized, and you could still see the fear in your eyes. It reminded them so awfully of the people who looked at him, who pleaded for him to save them, and, at the same time, pleaded in their heads to not be hurt by him. He could only watch with a broken heart, leaving as quickly as he could, and feeling guilty for making you scared at all, but also recognizing that no matter what he did, he'll always be an adeptus, and he'll always be feared, no matter with who, and no matter what.